Hey guys, it's Captain Forest here, and in today's video I'm going to be power scaling Supergirl from DC Comics. Now if you guys are new to my channel, please leave a like, comment down below, and of course subscribe for further content. Also, shouts to the Coffee Shop gang, they make awesome content, links will be in the description, same as the HQ squad. Shouts to my team, much appreciate to them, their links will be in the description also. Now in this video I'll be covering Supergirl, mainly the New 52 and her Rebirth run. Now, I've read as much as possible and just tried to get all her feats crumpled up in one video. Now, post-crisis I haven't touched enough. I will probably make a separate video on that because I think post-crisis Supergirl is a bit built different in that run. But regardless, I found some pretty good scaling and some pretty good things for her. So, I'm going to go ahead and start off with Supergirl. Now, Supergirl has also shown in post-crisis to take and physically hurt and ragdoll or suppress Superman. Supergirl was able to physically hurt Superboy Prime and also clash with Power Girl and also hurt Ultraman. Supergirl has demonstrated to damage and hurt and send a suppressed Superman flying. There are even statements that suggest Supergirl could possibly be relative if not above Superman himself, which is absolutely insane. This is all impressive because pre and post crisis Superman are relative to each other, as they both stalemated each other and would scale to each other. Those Supermen really went at it, and their clash was affecting the full-on 11th dimensional structure. In that context, this would equate to high complex multiversal plus. So overall, this would mean both pre and post-crisis scale from the ranges of universal plus, low multiversal, multiversal plus, to high complex multiversal plus. Now, depending on how you interpret their fight, that feat alone could arrange only to low multiversal if you do not include the statements and the context behind pre-crisis and post-crisis fight, but it's pretty safe to say and pretty blatant and evident, and via scaling and statements and feats, that feat alone that they performed is high complex multiversal plus. So that is pretty impressive. Now this is some pretty good scaling that you could even potentially get Supergirl to, especially with what Clark has shown over the years. Now as for the New 52, she's shown some pretty cool feats during that run too. She was able to punch a suppressed Wonder Woman into next week and caused her to bleed. We even see Supergirl beat the absolute crackers out of a suppressed Superman and also smack around Cyborg Superman, which is very impressive. And we even see her literally break the Flash's nose, which is absolutely insane. That's a really good feat for her as well. And of course, as mentioned in previous videos, Superman and Wonder Woman and the Flash himself has been able to break through Green Lantern constructs, which are fourth dimensional in nature. Now in Rebirth, Supergirl has shown to no-cell attacks and smash around Cyborg Superman. Cyborg Superman in Rebirth is noted to be every bit as fast and strong as Rebirth Superman himself, so this is some really good scaling. Like Rebirth Supergirl is really good. Now I also read the Supergirl Annual 1, and this is an interesting discovery that I managed to find for Supergirl, as Supergirl herself undergoes surgery to stabilize her cells, which are supercharged permanently, and her powers are more amplified than normal, as she is stronger than ever. She now has better control over her new permanent power amplification, so she demonstrates to have higher unquantifiable scaling in terms of AP, but that is extremely impressive for her. So it's pretty solid and pretty safe to say that she would definitely be able to take on the heavy hitters herself, and these statements also help and solidify that as well. Now moving on to speed, easily Rebirth Supergirl should have immeasurable to irrelevant speed pretty easily. Definitely scales to characters like Superman himself. She's shown to actually blitz him, and she can even keep up with Cyborg Superman, and I've even mentioned about the statement which solidifies this, and Superman himself has shown his own speed feats. Superman kept pace with Jay Garrick and Wally West while they were chasing the Reverse Flash to the past. Wally West himself has legit ran to the 853rd century. We've also seen Superman outpace reality blitzing missiles that was sterilizing the continuum, and Superman can move inside the source where there is no direction. So that's pretty impressive, and it's pretty safe to say that Supergirl would range around those scales of speed. So that's going to conclude speed. I'm going to go ahead and move on to Supergirl's abilities, resistances, and other miscellaneous feats. As a Kryptonian, when exposed to yellow sunlight, Supergirl's powers activate and entail many unique powers and attributes she possesses. One of them is her heat vision. Supergirl has demonstrated some versatile showings with her heat vision, such as using X-ray vision to see a weak point inside her foe's head, and then demonstrates great concentration and pinpoint accuracy when she fires a heat vision to destroy the weak point. She can perform a widespread blast to tag multiple enemies, and she can fire off her heat vision on a microscopic level. She can even focus her heat vision to mount specific objects from a distance and disarm opponents. Supergirl has demonstrated to fire heat vision from her eyes and mouth, and she can also split her heat vision. Supergirl also gets supercharged and amped when she is exposed to sunlight, and especially when she takes a sun dip, which further increases her powers and also removes fatigue. Supergirl can tap into the power she absorbs from the sun. She can burn her opponents who grab her by increasing her own physical temperature and heat like the sun, and she can also flex this energy back at her opponents. Supergirl gains X-ray vision and microscopic vision, as she can see DNA, and her other powers come with sharp enhanced senses, as she can hear a person's heartbeat and determine their intentions by the sound it makes. So don't bother trying to lie to Supergirl. Her enhanced senses allow her to know what her opponent is trying to do, such as bluffing or attempting to use tactics against her, and the time when somebody tried to lie to Supergirl via the change in the rhythm of their heartbeat, she was able to literally just know that they were fibbing, and she told them to stop lying. So don't try it. And also, Supergirl can smell your endorphins as well, which is, I don't know whether that's perverted or unique. Supergirl is able to hear the people of Earth's fear zapping through people's synapses while she is all the way up in Argo City, and she also has the ability to fly, of course. She also has self-sustenance. As long as her powers are active, she does not require the need to eat or sleep. Supergirl doesn't need to breathe underwater either. Supergirl can survive in the vacuum of space and is resistant to its harsh temperatures. In dark places, Supergirl can even illuminate her own body. Supergirl can perform ice breath and blow a gust of wind to push back her opponents. Supergirl is able to emit a frequency that deafens the adaptive cells that were adapting to her and imprisoning her, and she literally bursts right out of it, which is absolutely unique and insane. Supergirl has energy absorption. She absorbs an energy blast on a physical and spiritual level. She can tell which type of energy she's absorbing. A Tamaranian energy can interact and affect the soul. Supergirl also knows how to defeat these types of creatures via overloading them with energy, as she can absorb energy via skin contact also. Supergirl has invulnerability thanks to her Kryptonian powers. She also has the special costume, which can absorb, reserve, and store energy, and also a kryptonite suit to protect her and give her some resistance to the effects of kryptonite. Supergirl can determine how much energy she has left, and Supergirl's suit is indestructible and is the perfect costume for going into outer space, and it also offers protection in harsh environments too. Now, Supergirl may be more brutal than her cousin Superman, but she clearly demonstrates that she has the intellect and tactical knowledge and skills in combat situations. In her fight against Cyborg Superman, Supergirl creates a tornado around some falling glass to redirect it at Cyborg Superman to cause some damage. Supergirl deduces a way to defeat Empress Emerald, who was blasting Supergirl with magic while in combat, and Supergirl comes out on top by getting around the weakness and then proceeds to rip the eye apart. Very impressive. Supergirl knows Turquoise and Rao and skillfully beats up a group of goons. She even shows dirty tactics in combat, such as poking her opponent's eyeballs. Supergirl demonstrates more tactics in combat. She punches the ground, causing the ground to erupt from underground, blasting hot lava which melts her opponent, who is made of crystal, and then Supergirl uses super breath to freeze the whole area. Supergirl also has shown to perform giant area of effect attacks by pushing back her opponents, and has shown to use thunderclaps too. Supergirl has shown weapon improvisation, such as using an opponent's weapon on them or using their own guns. If an enemy proves to be too troublesome, just like Clark, Supergirl will resort to BFR tactics, such as blitzing her opponent and flying them off into space or throwing them into the sun. Now, let's talk resistances and endurances. Supergirl was able to resist and survive inside the Overvoid. Concepts would cease to be if they would enter inside this fundamental realm. Absolutely insane. Black Banshee could not absorb Supergirl's soul, and Supergirl was able to take a magical and soul-based attack from Banshee's father, which is absolutely insane. Supergirl resists the effects of the lasso of truth and creates a small area of effect, hurting and pushing back Wonder Woman. We've seen a depowered Supergirl being able to keep going despite being poisoned, and on another occasion she was depowered by the Red Sun and still endured arrow strikes. Bones' cyanide touch does absolutely nothing to Supergirl. Supergirl has endured and taken magic attacks and also fights on despite being debilitated by kryptonite gases. She also fights out of kryptonite hallucinations. Lastly, another impressive feat was when Supergirl used the sun to revive herself after taking off the Red Lantern ring. So that's going to conclude Supergirl. From my analysis and from what I've discovered, in terms of AP, she should range around Universal Plus, Low Multiversal, Multiversal Plus to High Complex Multiversal Plus, very easily scaling to her cousin Superman himself, and her speed feats should range around Immeasurable to Irrelevant. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment down below, and of course share your thoughts down in the comment section. It's been real. See you guys in the next one.